What's up, everybody? Favorite vlogger. It has been one of those weekends. I'm about to tell you what really went down, but in just a few moments. Just for those of you that don't know, if you want to follow me and everything like that, all on social media, go up there around the top somewhere and just check me out on any of those links. The new one, of course, you can see is Ask. Just ask me any question. I'll try my best to answer. Can't make no promises. Now, normally when I get mail, you know, I'm somewhat happy, but 9 out of 10 times the mail is always a bill or something's going on with our bank or something like that. But not this piece of mail. No, this weird piece of mail, ironically, came to my wife. Now, normally when we get mail, it's normally via email. You know, with today's society and high technology and everything like that, we get a lot of spam email, you know, and that stuff we just delete, you know, put in a junk filter and be done with it. But this little lovely piece of mail here that I'm about to read to you, which I found hellish hilariously funny. This mail here came to my wife, but what was funny about it was it came to our previous address, the place where we lived before we came here, which is very odd. But Mr. Raphael and Associates, and it's Asociados in Spain, I guess, or in Spanish. And apparently I'm going to read this to you. And again, remember now, it was addressed to my wife, but after my wife read it, she gave it to me, and we both just hilariously started laughing. So I'm going to read this very quickly to you, and I want to find out your comments on something like this. If you get mail like this, what do you do? It says, my name is Bartester Rafael Allen, and I work for RJ Asociados in Spain. I actually got your contact information through your country's public records while searching for a last similar name to my clients, a business management by the name of Lee Collins, who lived in Spain for over a decade. Prior to his death, he died along with his nuclear family during an automobile accident along Madrid Semanaca Expressway. Tough life. Prior to my explanation further, I must I must first make an apology for this unsolicited mail to you. I am conscious that this is certainly not a predictable way of approaching to a foster relationship of trust because of the circumstances and urgency surrounding this claim. Before the catastrophe, he deposited one trunk box / deposit personal treasures containing the sum of $10.8 million with a safe security company here in Spain. Due to security and personal reasons, he did not disclose the exact content of the disposed diplomatic box to the safe house. As the attorney to late as in L-A-T-E, the death of this guy Lee, the security company has mandated me to present a member of his family, heir or inheritor, to make claims, or the vault will be confiscated and be taken to the Bureau of Diplomacy Security Bureau of Diplomacy Security as unclaimed ocean. Like what you're hearing so far, right? Goes further. After exhaustive efforts of search and direct family members to my late client, which came to no avail, I was given an ultimatum to look for some relative to come for the claim or have a value liquidated made unserviceable in accordance to the existing law. Against this backdrop, my suggestion to you is that I will like you to stand as the next of kin. I know you may not be anyway related to my late client, but having a common surname with him and modernity I have in place, I can guarantee that if you follow my instructions and capitalizing of some judicial loopholes, the vault will be released to us. Mind you, this transaction is 100% risk-free. There is no atom or risk of connection to this, as I have worked all modalities to complete the operation effectively. Once the consignment is released to you, we shall divide the content of the ratio 50 for you, 50 for me as a benefit. Kindly, please indicate your response to this email via my private email. You can also call me for further clarification. Please be kind and get back to me if you're not willing to collaborate with me so I can further my search for another partner. Kind regards, this douchebag. Really? Really? First off, what was the hugest red flag was this shit here came from Spain. And they mailed it to our previous home, which we no longer live at. Come on, y'all, with this spam mail. Come on. Second huge red flag is, if you listen to some of the words that I was saying, who goes around and says stuff like nuclear family, and what was the other huge red gigantic flag that I was reading when I first read this? He just words that we don't even come to say in the human language every day. Like, I don't go around up to my friends and be like, "Hey dog, you want to meet my nuclear family?" I expect them to look at me like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? You been reading them damn Rosetta Stones again?" But I mean, really. And then they actually give the coordinates. They give the coordinates apparently in lat long, but he didn't give lat. He gave longitude. And so my wife looked it up. Did a backtrack on it, did the phone, because there's a phone number here and everything, and a fax number, and a country code, and all the rest is bullshit. And apparently this shit here, this piss-ass chain letter, this fucking waste of paper right here, has been dated back to at least 10 years now. 10 years somebody been sending this bullshit around to other people. So now, obviously, we knew right away from like maybe the first 2 sentences was a scam. But I mean, what's bad enough is that we're not going to bother with it. So who else now is it going to go to? Or are we going to constantly keep getting this bullshit mail sent to us? It's like, come on. We really... And just because my wife's last name is my last name, a.k.a. Collins, I find it ironic that your late client, Lee Collins, that's just so default. Like, you could have used Andrew Collins. You could have used Lee in Spain. Come on now. Come on, buddy. Javier Collins, maybe would have been a little bit believable. But Lee Collins, this sounds like somebody that came straight up out of like Ohio or something like that. But I mean, come on, this bullshit here is really ridiculous. And I just thought I would share this crazy ass nonsense for you before I throw it in the trash. In any case, yeah, some good news going on. I start my education next week. I'm starting education for Lehrmitarbeiter. And those of you that want to know, that's what I'm going to do in honest. Hopefully I get some internship, some other stuff going on. So we'll see what happens there. A lot of you have been sending me mail. I apologize, I have not had a chance to get to that, and I will try to do so very much soon. So, by any means, if you want to follow me and everything, again, go up to one of the icons up above, or just scroll down in the description and check the link or click the link and then put it up in your browser and follow and all the rest of the good stuff. Favorite vlogger signing off. I just wanted to read that off to you. I thought that was hella funny. Me and my wife must have laughed like a good 10, 15 minutes. How funny it was. So, on that case, y'all have a great Monday. I will check y'all later. Peace.